This is the piece that I'm going to be giving my artistic critique on today. It's a wire sculpture that I made earlier this semester. So first off, to describe the work, there's a lot of line work that goes into this that ties in with wire sculptures, which I think are really playful, and there's a lot of ties with vertical, horizontal, and diagonal lines, a lot of like circles and just like straight lines that balance each other out. It feels really playful and there's a lot of motion going on in it. And then there's also a lot of space. It plays both with positive and negative spaces where there are lots of gaps in between the wire, which gives off a lot of negative space that gets balanced out by the positive space of the wire and a lot of the spaces that get filled in with the wire wrapped around a lot. Analyzing the work, it's very asymmetrical with the balance. There's balance on both sides, and it seems like the balance is heavier weighted in the bottom rather than the top, but they do balance out on both sides of the piece with a very asymmetrical view. And then there is also a lot of movement in this piece. It wraps around and zigzags. There's not really a lot of straight lines, and so there's lots of circles and interesting shapes that draw your eye up and down the piece and along all of the zigzags. So there is a lot of movement in this piece as well. And then to interpret the work, if this was a piece that I hadn't done and this was my first time looking at it, to just identify the piece, it looks almost tree-like, but it's abstracted enough that it could also be tied into other things, and there's a lot of themes that could be tied in if you wanted to go into guesswork in a lot of the themes that went into this. And then judging the work, is it successful? I would say that this is a successful piece. It seems like something the artist would have spent a lot of time on, and something that she, or he, if it was created by he, but it was created by me, so that she kind of like spent a lot of time working out details and figuring out something that seems playful and fun and successful.